Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Pocket Gangster here. I wanted to make a video to recap the other one that I made a couple of weeks ago about increasing your credit score. I feel like there was a lot of people asking questions on my other videos that are pertaining to that, about increasing your credit score, how long does it take, and I just thought that I would make a condensed version of that video, so technically this would be like a part 2. Therefore, I decided to come up with a list of 3 different ways that you can increase your credit score that everybody has access to, and that everybody, no matter what credit score number you're at, can change and improve. They don't happen overnight. However, they are not ridiculously difficult to where you will want to give up. So therefore, let's get right into the video. But before we do, if you can, it would greatly help my channel out a lot if you gave this a thumbs up for the YouTube algorithm. That way you and I can help as many people out there that are struggling and looking for answers. Thank you so much. Let's get on with step number 1. Step number 1 is going to be the most obvious, but also one of the most easiest things to do. You would use a tool free of charge, which basically a lot of people are going to use Credit Karma or Credit Sesame. Either one doesn't matter. I personally use Credit Karma. You're going to find out what your credit score is and what is weighing down your TransUnion and your Equifax. Now, without making this too complicated or overly long, basically, you can find out if A, you have any past due amounts that are in collections, or B, you have any outstanding balances that you completely forgot about. Maybe a cell phone account from 6 or 7 years ago that you forgot to pay, or maybe there was a bill that you thought you paid, didn't hear anything back from them, and now it's actually reporting negatively on your credit score. I always like to go into Credit Karma and check mine at least once a week or once every other week. I have an account and I use that periodically. I think it'd be a good tool for you to use. However, again, that's totally up to your discretion. But by going in there and finding out what is weighing down your credit, you can go in there and make sure that those are taken care of. And also, the cool thing about the new update on Credit Karma, you can go in there and it gives you a rough estimate of what your credit score will increase point-wise if you pay off half of that amount or the full amount. Again, no matter what you do, those will take anywhere from 60 to 90 days. And number 2 is going to be more up your alley. Number 2 is paying down your revolving credit. So basically, let's say I have bills that are coming out every single month for 2 or 3 credit cards that I've actually used a lot of money on. Well, instead of paying those bills late, which is also hurting your credit, you can pay down those bills sooner and quicker. By making those extra payments, you're able to, 1, pay that off sooner and quicker, and 2, it shows the credit bureaus that you are making extra on-time payments. Therefore, they're going to increase your credit scores much more quicker. Now, certain credit card companies and certain lending institutions only report once periodically per billing cycle, which would be once per month, or some companies actually report once a week, depending on who you have as your creditor. So it will change, it will vary, and basically the reason I'm saying that is because not one solution fits everybody. That's why everybody in the world has a different credit score. The sooner you pay off your credit cards in full, the easier it's going to be on you, because you're showing the lending institution that you are a responsible issuer, and you are also increasing your credit score a lot much quicker and larger. If I had $2,000 and I only paid $50 per that, it would take a lot longer to increase my credit score than if I paid $1,000 off, because you're adding more money to it and you're saving yourself a lot of headache in interest. And a lot of times you don't see me talk about interest in any of my videos, because the goal, like I said before, is to not pay interest. The last thing you want to do is spend money on credit cards that you don't have, and then you're stuck paying interest. That's how they make money. They make money off of you through the interest, just like the banks do. And it's worse because it's very hard to get rid of, and it accumulates every single month. It gets bigger and bigger and bigger. And the worst thing to happen is to go into collections. So if you don't have collections and you don't have a large amount of revolving credit, then number 3 is going to be for you as well. My personal favorite, and I know it's going to help you guys out a lot, and that is going to be requesting a credit limit increase. Now, you're probably thinking, why would I want to increase my credit limit when I'm trying to increase my credit score? Well, I'm glad you asked that question. There's 2 things that you have to do, okay? 1, I can contact my existing credit card issuer, like Discover, and say, hey, I want to increase my credit spending limit. They apply for you online, takes about 5 minutes over the phone or via website, and they'll tell you whether or not you get accepted or denied. The reason you want to do this is because you'll increase the amount of money and spending power that you have. And your goal, if you watched my last video, was to make sure you do not go above 30%, because 30% is a magic number that the banks use to make sure that you are being a responsible credit card issuer. If I increase my credit limit, I could stay well below that 30%, sometimes using less than 10%, depending on my spending habits and my spending limit. Therefore, jumping your credit score much more quicker than if I was just stuck at that 30% threshold. Now, if for whatever reason you get denied, don't worry, there's another option that you can do, and that is going to be contacting and getting a hold of another credit card. What I did was I went online and I looked at a bunch of other credit cards. I was leaning towards getting Capital One. I already have Discover and got a credit limit increase there. So I was like, well, do I want to get Capital One or do I want to get the Apple Card? I do get a lot of Apple products. I also wanted to feel the Apple Card and test it out for you guys. So I said, you know what? Judging by what I have here online, I think I'd be better fit for the Apple Card, and also I think it'd be really fun to try out. So by knowing that my credit score landed between those limits that the Apple Card would accept me for, I applied for that card. I got approved within 3 minutes. I can use the tap to pay feature, and I can also use the real metal titanium card and increase my credit score as well. But the most important thing is now I can have $1,500 here on this card and $1,500 here on this card. Again, I don't want to max them out, but by balancing out those credit cards, I'm staying well below the 30% credit utilization, which means I'm going to increase my credit score in the long run. So that does it for the video, guys. Hopefully that made some sense. If you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up for the YouTube algorithm. That really helps my channel, and I really appreciate it. And also, if you enjoyed the work that I did, consider subscribing so you can be a part of my Pocket Gangster family. Thank you all for watching. I really appreciate each and every single one of my viewers. Thank you guys so much. Love you all, and see you in the next video. Peace.